Well, Tucker, unfortunately, and I'm very sad to say this, is that our very sovereignty is in question right now. The Secretary of State made perhaps one of the most remarkable statements of my entire life and perhaps in modern history when he declared unequivocally that we are involved in this war as a result of the either inability or the adherence to an Israeli strike that was going to happen on Tehran. This reveals a lot of different things about our government, our structure. We were either unable to exert pressure on Israel to avoid such a war, we either acquiesced to it, and both are terrifying in their result because we are.
I want you guys to pay attention to how Sagaar is reacting emotionally right now, because he is fighting back tears this entire interview, because we grew up through 9/11 and we watched Iraq and Afghanistan happen. And we have friends that died there. And I have friends' parents because I'm from the East Coast. I know 6 people that died that day on 9/11. And we are seeing the same playbook that Bush and Cheney pushed on us with WMDs in Iraq, which turned out to be total bullshit. We're getting the same playbook 25 years later. And the American people ain't buying it.
Of course, the global superpower in Israel is a client state. I've also learned, very unfortunately, having spent my entire career trying to repudiate the lessons of the Iraq War, of Syria, and of Libya, of an overwhelming propaganda effort on both sides, both parties, the mainstream media, but still, unfortunately, very alive and well, it seems, in the Republican Party and in the White House, cheering on regime change, demands of unconditional surrender made to the Iranians just this morning, the endorsement of a Kurdish civil war campaign. It really does feel.
The last time the United States was able to and achieve an unconditional surrender, it took an atom bomb and a hydrogen bomb being dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and hundreds of thousands of American lives being lost to achieve that. 1947 was the last time the United States achieved an unconditional surrender. And somehow this administration thinks that a country of 90 million people isn't going to fight. We just killed the equivalent of their pope and turned them all into martyrs, and we think that these people aren't going to fight. And he has the balls to demand an unconditional surrender. He's lost his fucking mind.
As if things are accelerating, even with the perspectives in modern history of literally 5, 10, even 15 years ago, to learn that these are exactly the moves that we should not be making. And so I'm really terrified right now to be saying that our sovereignty itself remains in question at the behest here of Israel, our very own government, which seems complicit and is, of course, involved in these very strikes. And then watching the way that this is all going, I do not see a single way that this will make the life of any individual American better.
You probably find a lot of bags of chips in your pantry during spring.
Are you guys tired of winning yet? Right? This is the golden age of America that we were all promised, right?
That Iran shouldn't have the bomb. Got it. It was never about that, of course. I don't think he wanted a nuclear armed Iran. I don't think he likes Iran. I think he's been told they tried to kill him. I think that's all real. But he understood the risks, and it was obvious to me from talking to him that he didn't want to do this, but that he kind of couldn't get out of it. And the American president just has less room to maneuver than voters imagine he does. And it's just it's a horrible burden on every president since John F. Kennedy. you can feel it. And I think we should all go back and look at the tapes at pivotal moments. And like, these guys just don't have the latitude they thought they did. And they're bumping up against immovable objects and pressure that just can't be resisted.